We all love football. We love the way that the receiver catches the ball, the way the quarterback throws the ball, and the way the defensive player just hits another offensive player. What if I tell you that there's going to be a new king? A game that is going to be so into the future that we're already seeing strides of it here in 2018.
LeBron James all the way in.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bernie here, and do we all remember when we used to love baseball? When we were just a little kids and our parents would just sign us up for Little League? We remember those days where we would hit the ball off the tee, hit it from the pitching machine, catch a ball, and we remember players like Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson from history, even guys like Hanley Ramirez. Salute to Hanley Ramirez, still one of my favorite players. But then we all remember football. We all remember watching that game-winning drive, that agonizing defeat because our kicker didn't kick the ball right. And just all those amazing things about football that happened in the early 2000s to even now since 2018. But now I'm sensing a new shift. There's a new shift going on that is going to cause the NFL a lot of headaches. And that is the fact that I believe that the NBA will one day take it over. I've not been the only one that said it. Of course, the legend himself, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, has said it as well, basically pointing out a lot of different factors. But here's the reasons why I think that the NBA will one day take over the NFL. In order to do that, we got to start off with the youth. The youth is where you kind of grow up and you go through the process of becoming a pro. Right now in this country, since 2011 to 2016, according to the Aspen Institute, which was researched by the Sports and Fitness Industry Association, tackle football is down 19.2% compared to basketball, which is 11.1% down. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible on this video. Sports participation has been down in all sports. And I'm going to get into a different video as to why that is. But for now, all you need to know is that football is down. Tackle football from ages 6 to 17 has just been down. But you're saying, oh, well, it just can't all be that. We also got to remember the political side. We got to remember Colin Kaepernick, what he did. He obviously brought the numbers down. Well, although those guys have awesome deeds, guys like Colin Kaepernick, they did a lot of great things. The NBA also has players that do great things. You have LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. A lot of these guys that I haven't even named have done an amazing job of being very socially active and dealing with the injustices that goes on, just like the Trayvon Martin did when LeBron James and the Miami Heat paid a tribute to him. They did a lot of political things like that. And you're like, oh, well, their numbers went down. Well, in actuality, their numbers went up 32%. When we talk about, oh, keep the politics out of sports, it's kind of hard to do that because it has both positive and a negative thing. In a positive light, like what Nelson Mandela did with the rugby team, and just like what LeBron and the Miami Heat team did with the Trayvon Martin thing, really brought to just the issues that have been going on and the injustices that have been going on. And that's kind of the reason why I think, or at least one of the reasons why I think that the NBA will take over the NFL, because they let the players express themselves freely. They don't restrict them. They all wore the shirt. And we all remember when former owner of the Clippers, Donald Sterling, when he had his spat, and Blake Griffin and all the other Clippers took off their Clippers uniform and didn't wear it in sign of protest. And the numbers didn't go down then. If anything, the numbers went up. Like I said, 32%. So it just kind of goes to show you that it's not only political things, and you can't blame the political things. I think there's a couple more things to do. And before I get to the final point, I also want to bring up fatigue. We are just fatigued of football. If we just look at the schedule of football, it used to be on Sunday and also one game on Monday. And that was a great schedule because you could catch a game on Monday, you can catch the games on Sunday, but now there's football on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 4 days in the week. It's not special anymore if you only have it on 1 to 2 days. That's when it's special. But when you have it on multiple days, it's just not special. I remember watching football and I always thought, okay, I'm going to spend all Sunday watching football. But this year it's like, well, Thursday there's football, Saturday there's football, Sunday there's football, and Monday there's football. So I don't really care if I miss the one on Thursday and I don't care if I miss the one on Monday. I'll just get the ones on Sunday. It just kind of goes to show you that all the games are not equal. And that's what kind of is making people kind of lose their fatigue, because there's so many options for football that a lot of people are just like, you know what, I'm just not going to watch football today, or I'm not going to watch as many games as I used to. So that's kind of something that we're seeing now. The last thing, but certainly not least, is the fact that NBA players are more marketable. There has been studies shown that faces covered in the sport, when you can't see someone's face in the sport, it makes it really hard to kind of relate to them or even just recognize them on the street. So for example, if we had like an offensive lineman like a Max Unger or Jason Peters, and you're walking the streets, you won't recognize them as often as you would an NBA player like a LeBron James, a Steph Curry, a Joel Embiid, a Ben Simmons, a Donovan Mitchell. I mean, if you just look at those guys, you'll recognize them. You'll recognize a lot of them, and Jason Tatum, just because I'm a Celtics fan. Just had to throw that in there. But you'll recognize them on the streets. You'll recognize them, and you'll want to say hi to them, or you'll just want to talk to them. So it just kind of goes to show you that they're more marketable. I mean, if we just look at an example, Madden 18, a video game based on NFL players. Their launch trailer only included one football player, Marshawn Lynch. And because they let him be expressive and be himself, that's the reason why we know him so well, and including guys like Cam Newton, Tom Brady, like I said, Marshawn Lynch, and other guys like that. We recognize them. We recognize them, and we kind of tend towards to either like or dislike them. And that's what kind of gets you those kind of video game commercials. And in that same commercial, there were two NBA players. There was two NBA players. So you can't tell me that NBA players aren't marketable if you're using NBA players in an NFL commercial. Meanwhile, in NBA 2K18, even though that game is trash, in my opinion, you had 8 players in their commercial for the opening trailer. You got guys like Kyrie, you had guys like DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid. You had those guys, and those are just 3 examples out of 8. You have those guys in your commercials, so you obviously know that they're in there then because you know what they look like, and it's like, oh, cool. You know, Joel Embiid is an ambassador for NBA 2K, or Kyrie's an ambassador for 2K since he's the cover athlete, so it's really cool to see that he's in the commercial. Meanwhile, Tom Brady wasn't in one commercial that I saw. At least I didn't see it. If you guys, put in the comment section, I'll be sure to look at it. But that's another thing that just kind of really is weird to see. And another thing that also happens is that there's no NFL player that is in the top 5 for richest players. In a league that makes $13.2 billion compared to $5 billion for the NBA, you expect that the highest paid athlete in the world should be an NFL player. And it's higher than all the other leagues in Europe. It's higher than all the other leagues in America. So why isn't it the highest paid player an NFL player? And it's because most of the money comes from commercials along with the contract. But with the NFL, it's just solely the contract. I believe in 2017, before Jimmy Garoppolo signed his deal, it was Andrew Luck. But now it's Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's just really confusing to see why the NFL has so much money. They have all this sort of income, and the players aren't the richest players. And it'll just kind of attract people that are like, you know what, I'd rather play basketball than football, because I know with basketball I'm going to get a really good contract. And we see guys like LeBron James up there, Michael Jordan, even though he's a more older player and retired, and he also has the Jordan brand. It's a lot different. But I mean, you have like golfers, you have tennis players that are also high on the list as well. So it just kind of goes to show you, like, why aren't more NFL players on that list? And that's just kind of what I'm getting at, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different than what we usually do on the channel, but I just wanted to bring your attention as to why I think that the NBA will one day take over the NFL. The NBA is on the up and up. I mean, Adam Silver is using things like Twitch, which a lot of leagues aren't using right now, and Twitch is going to be the future. Twitch is the future, and Adam Silver knew it, and that's the reason why he's going to kind of create a Twitch-like atmosphere for NBA games, because he sees the potential in it, and so he wants to jump on it before it gets too popular and before it starts costing a lot of money. So you see how progressive the NBA is and how they want to keep going forward. I think right now the NFL is just stagnant in their kind of thinking, their kind of opinion. Even though they're allowing the players now to be a little bit more expressive, they're still not really doing a good job in creating new stars that we are getting accustomed to. I mean, Tom Brady's like 40-something years old. I think he's 40 years old now. They need to start creating more stars, and I don't think they're doing that as well as the NBA, which, has guys like Ben Simmons, Lonzo Ball, just because we talk about his dad so much. That's the reason why I think that the NBA will one day take over the NFL. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm crazy, or do you guys think that we could potentially see that? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please remember to hit that like button and also subscribe to this channel if you're new, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.